Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another VoD review. Today we're looking at a Silver Soldier on PC. Before I start the VoD review, I just want to say anybody who's interested in getting a VoD review like this or just wants to, talk to me, join the Discord in the description down below. I do VoD reviews probably once or twice a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, something like that. I'm a little inconsistent with it. With that being said, let's just jump into the VoD. So, as Soldier, this is fine. Aim looks really, really rough here. So I'm just, I think Soldier might be focusing a little bit more on mechanics than other characters, and there's two reasons for that. One, he kind of recently had that change to his mechanics where he has the recoil added, so I think that's going to be an interesting thing to talk about. And two is I'm a little more comfortable with Soldier mechanics, so maybe I could help you out there. Actually, a third reason, I talked with you in DMs, and we talked about how you need to be taking more duels. You're not going to be winning duels without, like, up-to-par mechanics, so you're going to need to fix those. Anyway, so right here, you kind of identify the Junkrat as your target, right? Like, this is who you're shooting at. Try to make it so you're the only in the LOS of Junkrat. How do you do that? You move a little bit to the left. You can still see Junkrat, but you're out of the LOS of the Orisa. She can't be shooting you, and you'll be taking no damage except for the dynamite. You'll be taking no damage, and you'll still be able to shoot Junkrat. So just break LOS of everything besides your target. I wouldn't waste heal field in a situation like this. You're not going to die to the little bit of chip and dynamite. You have both heals alive. You have a health pack right over here. That's a mega, so it's to full HP. So I wouldn't waste health pack in this situation. It's 15 full seconds. You're going to limit yourself to kind of stay not in the same place, but near your heals at least for the next 15 seconds, doing something like that. So your team may have has to choke. It's a 5v5 right now. Their ball killed himself. You want to make it past the choke with them. You being in this open area against an Ashe, she outranges the fuck out of you. Unless you hit like a really nice Helix rocket, you're probably not going to win this duel. She'll probably, if she focuses you, kill you in 2 to 3 shots. But she's using the LOS with 3 of your teammates. But you don't really want to be this far away. You're not going to make much impact being this far away. You have way too much damage fall off. You're going to be tickling Orisa, you're going to be tickling Ashe, you're going to be tickling the shield. Just get a little closer. There's plenty of cover up here for you to use. For example, this breaks LOS to that high ground. They can't shoot you from in there. Breaks LOS to that high ground. I knew who's up there can't shoot you. You go over here, break LOS to the high ground. You can still shoot your targets. Just move up. Try to find places where you could take cover, where you're still in, like in your actual range, because that range is way, way, way too far. So this fight's looking lost. Just start disengaging here. One thing I will say, as Soldier, okay, that's fine. I'm fine with the healing field. Looks like you try to help your Sigma get out a little bit. Now, with Soldier, if you're not making a big impact by shooting, by playing frontline with your tanks, I would suggest starting to flank. That's not really a Soldier-specific tip. That's more so just an Overwatch tip in general, and solo queue specifically. If your team is not playing up to snuff with the enemy tanks, you want to start flanking. You want to start going for duels, going for picks, etc. Because you're not going to make an impact just trying to fight tanks and losing consistently. You got to get a pick somehow. You got to outbrain somebody in a 1v1, not through 6v6. Because you're in, what, Silver? Your teams are going to be dog shit. It's going to happen. But so are the enemy teams, and you got to capitalize on them being bad. HP is very low, so just wait for heals or get a health pack. Good. So here, again, wasting heal field limits your mobility a fuck ton, man. A lot of the time you are near both heals. I'm not sure where your BAP is, but you're next to Ana. She can very easily heal you within 2 shots. And you waste heal field again. Just health back to your left. Be more aware of those kind of things. How much support do you have? You have a health pack next to you? You have literally a fucking healer to your left. Like, 3 inches to your left. You don't need to waste heal field here. Just limits you for the next 15 seconds. I like the fact you're looking around for the tire a little bit. Good. Okay. Junkrat killed 2. Probably going to want to disengage again. Good kill. Awesome. So, one thing I'd say at this point... Good time to disengage. One thing I'd say at this point... Maybe kill Bell. Lit. You got him? You got him? No, hate to see it. Okay. One thing I'd say at this point is... You realize your tanks are not playing up to snuff, man. Minute and a half into the game, your Sigma's at 44% ult charge. Your Hog's at 62. You already have ult. You are... These tanks are beneath you. At this point, to win this game, it might sound toxic, whatever. Fuck your team. when you see them engaging, that's the teamwork you get. When you see them taking attention, that's when you want to pop off. That's when you might want to flank visor, something like that. You could, if your whole team has been pushing main mindlessly, you could push far right. Because if all attention is up front, you could get back here for free. People's ears are not going to be that good, honestly. To hear a soldier, he's not that loud. You get back here, you pop visor. You'll kill Moira, you'll kill Junkrat. Maybe this ball who's low. No, he won't be low by the time you get there. But, just in general, when your team is consistently losing like this, and they're not really putting up much of a fight, you want to start, you know, playing a little separate from them. That's the good thing about soldier. You have your own support. You have your E. Your E makes you fucking 350, 400 HP in a fucking battle. Like, you're winning a lot of duels with that. You should be winning a lot of duels with that, excuse me. Ooh, that's a bad hook. There you go. Never mind, that's a bad conk mine. Holy shit. Alright, again, fight's lost, regroup. It sucks that it keeps happening, but the fight is lost, you gotta regroup. Helix Rocket could have killed him there. I don't know why you saved him to Helix. It's a really short cooldown. You were pretty close, you definitely would have hit balls, fat ass. You would have died to it. Look at his HP in the top left. That shit is what? 25 HP? You would have killed him with Helix Rocket. You don't need to have a full clip to Helix Rocket. You could use this shit right now. So, it's a shame that you saved it.
Thank you.
Okay, Visor, you definitely get the Ash. Good. Try to get away from ball. You don't want to die to his ult. You could keep chasing this man. Hit him with one of these. Little turn on the legs. Jump over this. And you're right there. You're still pounding that ball. You know he's low. You know he doesn't have any cooldowns. You might be able to kill him. Who knows? Especially if your team's looking at him. But who knows if they are. But that Visor, I didn't really like the timing of it. But you got to kill with it. And that's okay. Because Visor's not a great ultimate. However, in lower ranks, you can get much more value. Like, for that ult, I'll give you like a B-. You got to kill. Congrats. However, what I would have been doing is, and again, this is probably going to be a recurring theme throughout the video. Flank, flank, flank. Use your legs. You either go right side, which is a little more risky because there's not really any high ground for you to use. Or what I would try to do, and it might seem like it takes too long. You might think, oh, damn, I'm giving myself 20 seconds of downtime. I'm not going to get any value. What I would do is try to run along the left side, excuse me. Get onto either this high ground, which will take a little longer, and you can pound anybody who's back in this courtyard. Or you run to this side, run up the stairs. Ash probably won't be looking at you, so you hit it with 1, 2, 3 shots to the head. Helix Rocket to the body, and she's dead. And then you have the high ground to yourself. Deadeye from, or not Deadeye from up here. Visor from up here. Shoot things from up here. Do whatever you need to from up here. Nothing's contesting up here except for fucking Junkrat and Ball maybe, if they're that smart. But I'm not expecting them to be in this rank. So utilize your legs more. Think about it. If you're gonna play this backline fucking role 24/7, might as well play a different character. The mobility is built into the balancing of the character. You want to play something else at this point. If you're gonna sit AFK in the backline, play Torb, play fucking Mei, play McCree, something else, something with less ability to flank. All right, another fight lost. Another pop off tired. Your aim looks very acceptable on tanks. And overall, it's been acceptable with what's it called? It's been okay with squishies. It's just, in the very beginning, I think the first impression you gave was really bad when you were shooting that Junkrat and you were missing a lot. So I want to talk a little bit about your playstyle, a little bit more. So you're versing, you're not really flanking. You're just pounding tanks 24/7. Okay, that's good. So that's an acceptable playstyle sometimes. You get ultimate very, very quickly. If you're going to do that, you need to get value out of your ultimates. Or else what you've been doing is not really going to win you too many fights. So maybe pound shields, pound tanks so you get Visor, and then pop off with the Visor. But don't just use it behind your shield, behind your team. At this point, they have Coalescence. You kind of want to disengage. You're not going to kill Moira through Coalescence. Fucking... Your aim, I guarantee... Fuck. My aim is not good enough. I guarantee your aim is not good enough to kill through Coalescence. So you'd kind of want to hover around, poke a little bit, but don't really hard engage. This service is a good target. You almost have Visor. Good heal field. Probably don't need Visor. Your team already killed like 3. This ball's already low. Alright, I don't like this Visor. Here's why. You have a few targets in front of you. One of them's a really low HP ball. One of them's Orisa behind her shield. One of them's a Brig right in front of your face. Which of these targets are you gonna miss normally? Like if you don't have visor, you're gonna hit the fucking ball, right? Your aim is showing that you could at least hit the Orisa in the ball. Maybe the Moira in the back. I didn't see her initially. My fault. But if you don't focus her, you might focus a Brig and then focus on the Brig. You would hit her normally. She's pretty wide, especially with her shield. So I'm not sure the point of this visor exactly. Additionally, by using visor, you lower. It's not really lowering your actual damage output, but it lowers the potential. For example, using visor against a tank, it makes it so you can't headshot them. You're normally going to headshot something like an Orisa, a Roadhog, a Diva. So using visor against them, it lowers the amount of damage you're going to do to tanks. Same thing with that Brig. You probably would have melted her maybe a little quicker if you didn't really pop the visor. I like what you're doing here. You didn't fully chase the ball, but you pressured him enough, and it made it so you made his job harder, basically. I like that. You could have killed him if you played it better, but I do like the general idea. I just wish you saved visor for maybe that time, when you had 3 or 4 squishies in front of you, as opposed to the 1 or 2. So, let's get on to the second round, onto defense. Yeah, I'm feeling good with this VoD. I feel like there's a ton that there's a ton of stuff that I'm catching that I normally don't. This is fine, you're just spamming, it's whatever. Playing from high ground's good. Shooting the front-lining Brig, also good. Kill a Junker on your backline, very good. Good target focus. Your tank's getting a little aggressive, you want to get aggressive with them. Okay, I think you might be putting a little too much attention on the ball. For example, last round, you almost killed him, that was good. But maybe if you put that attention towards the front line, you would have maybe been able to kill the Ashe before she got her bob off. Similar situation here. You might be chasing his ball, maybe gives you 5-10 seconds of downtime, when your tanks might be needing that damage output in the front. So you might be fucking yourself. Against bad balls, it looks like they're doing that kind of shit. But good balls are going to maybe go deeper into your backline and force you to chase them even farther if you actually want to chase them. So it might be acceptable to do that here, but I wouldn't really rely on it. I wouldn't do it too much. I like the fact that, okay, you got it there, it sucks. I like the fact that you're putting a lot of pressure on this flanking Junkrat. He's separate from his team. He is not going to get much healing besides that health pack to his left. And you're kind of peppering him down, making it not the easiest for him to get value from the side. Sure, he did get value from the side, but I like the fact that you're pressuring him instead of just putting yourself in an angle to get shot by the Ashe and the Zarya and Junkrat, you know? Like, you're focusing the right target there, and I'm happy with that. Pressuring that off-angler is kind of a good duel, especially because you outrange him. Sorry, my cat's going crazy in my bed. Anyway, you have ult here. There's no real reason to poke. You don't pose much of a threat to these enemies. You're not going to kill them 100%. Just wait for your tanks to engage. Maybe get in position for a visor. Kind of, you know, shed all attention from the enemy. Make it so the enemy has no clue where you are. Maybe fucking just regular walk up the stairs. And just get ready to visor once your tanks are engaged. This is what I like to see. So, this is okay. It's just a little too early for me. And it might seem like it's nothing, but I guarantee it's something. So let's see. Your tanks are very, very close to touching point, right? There's still, you look at the top of the screen, there's still probably 10, 15 meters in between the cart and the goal. So, you don't have to visor right now, but you end up visoring right now. If you just let your tanks touch, they'll stall point, they'll take attention, they'll get cooldowns out, they'll get self bubbles, they'll get lamp, they'll get fucking Baptiste regen, they'll get cooldowns out, and your visor will pop because of that. But because you engage with visor, because you're engaging with visor, the enemies are able to use those cooldowns on you. They're more easily able to shift their attention away from their tanks, or away from your tanks, onto the soldier. So you want to wait until your enemies have the attention, or excuse me, wait until your tanks have the attention of the enemies. What the fuck is my cat doing, bro? She going crazy in a Coca-Cola box. Anyway. I don't know why it looks like that. Yikes. So, real quick. It might seem like a small thing, but I do this on literally 100% of my visors. Right before you press Q, you want to press E. Like legit here, I'll show you how quick I do it, bro. Like, see W, where is it? E and Q. E, you legit go EQ. And it puts down the visor, like it starts the animation of throwing it down. But it cancels that animation and starts putting your fucking visor on. So, you put down your healing field with no, like, time penalty. And it's just straight up E, visor on, and you're good. So make sure you always throw that heal field down. Because again, it makes you 350, 400 HP, effectively. Another thing with the visor, you overextend it past the corner a little bit. Like I said in the very beginning of the VoD, this is kind of important, but a lot of people kind of neglect it. Choose your target, only be in line of sight of that target. Maybe some others, but you really, you want to be focusing on your target and not being LOS at the enemy. Because if you can see the enemy can probably see you, assuming they're facing towards you. But you see 4 or 5 enemies, that means you can get focused by 4 or 5 enemies, and that's a sentence for death, especially when you're flank visoring. But you got a kill, it's whatever. You would have got a few more if you had your heal field up. It looks like that's going to be the end of the VoD, yeah. I'm not sure you don't get back to point. Do you guys see 9? Oh, never mind, you just die. Okay. Okay, so, what are some big issues for you? Number 1, if you recognize that your team is losing battles with your frontline damage. If your frontline damage is not good enough, you need to start flanking. You need to go for picks. I need to say you lack confidence. A lot of people do. I think your mechanics are fine. I think you'll win a decent bit of duels in this rank, especially with somebody like Soldier. Like I said, your left click's semi-easy to hit. You have 350 to 400. I don't know how fucking much your heal field heals, but it gives you a ton of HP throughout the battle. Your 200 HP, every time you take damage, goes right back up. So, think of it like a fucking Zarya bubble. Like, you're strong as shit in 1v1s. Start taking more of them. You have the mobility to get yourself into positions where you want to take a 1v1. What else? Your ultimates, like I said, make sure you're putting down your little biofield before you're popping your ultimate. But, overall, make sure your tanks are engaged. And try to go for a little more aggressive visors, not really from the core of your team. Because besides that one separated Ashe, you're going to be just shooting a shield or a tank that you would be hitting normally. And you could be dealing headshots or, you know, saving your ultimate instead of just using a visor to shoot targets that you're going to be hitting regardless. Number 3 issue, did I do number 3? I kind of forgot. But just work on mechanics in general. Just play more Soldier. You'll get more used to it. Your Helix Rocket projectile aim, I think I liked it a lot. Your hit scan was questionable, but for this rank, it's absolutely acceptable. It's fine. It's passable. I think that's going to be it. With all that being said, guys, thanks for watching. If anybody has any questions or wants a VoD view of their own, join the Discord in the description down below. And also, I be streaming on Twitch probably like 5-6 times a week. That's also in the description if y'all want to watch me live. Get in there, boys. Probably around, I stream like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern time. Sometime around the nights. Anyway, I'm stopping the VoD review here. Peace out, guys. Bye.